Hey all, welcome back to Sim Race's Journey. In this video, we're going to take a real quick look at the update to the upgrade of ACC that came out a couple of 3 weeks ago. And if you've been paying much attention, following it very much, you probably know that it just is a mess, just an absolute mess. Force feedback was all over the place. I'll share a little bit of my experience with that here in a second. People lost their stats. Multiplayer lobbies were not recording times, just not recording finishing places. It was just a mess. And so Kunos and 505 promised us an update to the upgrade. And like I said in the video we did when it first came out, the upgrade came out, that it felt like they had a timeline to meet, and they rushed to meet the timeline. And quality be damned. Who cares? We got to get it out by X date. So anyhow, this is the update, but going back to the other one, the upgrade itself, I didn't lose my stats. I haven't done multiplayer with it yet because of force feedback issues, so I can't comment on that. The graphics were good. We're not going to talk about that in this one. But the force feedback was a disaster. Within one lap, I had what felt like pretty good force feedback, close to normal. I had what I described in the update video as sort of like this grainy, gritty, low force feedback feel. And then I got to a certain point on that same lap where I literally had no force feedback whatsoever. I mean, you almost could have spun the wheel, and there was just no resistance. And then the force feedback came back. I mean, and it was really an untenable issue. You couldn't deal with it. So we installed the update, and so far I'm very happy with it. I know there's still a lot of chatter out there on people who are not happy, but I'm very happy with it, and we'll get on track here in a minute and just sort of give you a real quick play-by-play of what it feels like, and so on. And anyhow, like we always say, we got links down below. We'll have the patch notes linked in there, things like that, and all our equipment, both for video and for sim racing, is down there. Any of those links are products we believe in, we stand behind. We don't make a penny on them, not a single one. But it's something we believe in, that's the only way we're going to do it. And as we always say, if you're getting some value out of this, and we really hope you are, please like and subscribe down below. And now let's get on track. So we are going to give it a shot here. We're at Spa. Force feedback feels like force feedback. Like I said, force feedback feels good. I wish we could go back to the pre-upgrade version and just sort of compare them side by side. It's been long enough since I drove that, I can't quite remember what it felt like. And it might be just because I'm hunting for any kind of differences that it doesn't feel quite, the road feel isn't quite as good as the old version. But that could be, like I say, I'm just picking at it at this point. But it's certainly doable. And that's a lap around Spa. in practice. Barely got the tires heated up and that, but the wheel feels right. I mean, you feel the bumps. Like I said, I don't quite feel maybe like the curbs quite as much as I used to. But that's relying on my old memory, which, may or may not be accurate. But much better, infinitely better than. So we'll get out in the track with some other cars, give you a real quick shot at how it feels there. I mean, logically it should feel the same, but we'll see. And it does feel the same, there's no doubt about it. But just different environment. Lord, they didn't fix the poor driving at the beginning though, in the upgrade. Pretty good road feel out of the curbs that time when you really drive over them. Like I say, feels good. Feels like I want it to feel. No complaints about the road feel at all. Yeah, at least in my case, I will say that the update to the upgrade seemed to cure the problems. Don't know about if other people's stats were restored. Don't know about the private lobbies, if there were problems with that were cleared up, or the multiplayer, not keeping track of what position cars are in and that kind of stuff. But I do know that it feels a lot better and it's consistent. I will also say though that as I was setting up this race, and this has happened a couple times on the update, I've gotten dumped out of the setup screen to the desktop or the home screen on the Xbox, which is pretty annoying. But I mean, it's not a fatal flaw. No force feedback, fatal flaw, game shot at that point. So that's it. That's our quick and dirty. Like I've told you guys before, I can't drive and talk. Our quick and dirty review of the update to the upgrade of ACC Next Gen console. So that's our quick and dirty ACC upgrade update review. Much better, at least in my case. Like I say, if some of the stuff I've been reading online today, people are still having trouble with force feedback primarily. We'll see how that plays out over the next week or so. The other issues, like I say, of lobbies, we'll check into lobbies and private server lobbies and see how that goes. Get back to you guys on that at some point here in the near future, and hopefully we'll have some news on that. Something we're going to do along those lines. We'll also just keep our ears to the ground on other issues, and just hope that when Kunos releases, they were supposed to release the upgrade to bring us to the 1.8 level. They brought us, or left us at the 1.7 level, which is where we left off in the last gen version of ACC. When they bring us up to 1.8, let's really hope that Kunos does their homework. I'd rather wait 2 months more, 3 months more than whatever target date they have to get a finished product. One that works, one that, I mean, people are pissed. That's all there is to it, and I don't blame them. I was pissed about it too, because it's like, best game I've ever had, no fun anymore, and that's not a good feeling. So we'll be getting back to you guys on some of the other stuff. And as always, down below are links to all our sim racing gear, our streaming gear, or our video gear are down there. If we're linking something down there like that, it's a product we believe in, we know, we trust. We wouldn't do it any other way, and we don't make a nickel off it if you buy every piece of equipment we use. It's just that stuff we recommend and believe in. We also have some notes or some links down there to the update notes from 505 Kunos that explains in a little bit more detail what the update included. If you've got comments on the updated ACC Next Gen console, give them to us down below. We're anxious to hear what you all are experiencing. Are you having problems still? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it to your satisfaction? Do you wish we just stayed where we were in the good old days with the old version? But just let us know. We'd love to hear your impressions and your thoughts on the ACC upgrade update. That's it from Sim Racer's Journey. If you like what you're hearing, getting some value out of it, please like and subscribe down below, and we will see you next time on Sim Racer's Journey.